Hello there. Now let's have a quick conversation regarding Verizon versus US Mobile, as well as AT&T. Now which of these three right here is the best hotspot plan for 2025? Now if you're working remotely, gaming on the go and streaming 4K content from your laptop, or just living the air with no spotty Wi-Fi, you already know what's important to have a solid hotspot plan. However, for 2025, with data caps, throttling 5G expansion and new MVNOs, how do you know which provider offers the best value for mobile hotspot use? So today we're comparing these three. And basically for this one I have key features, breaking it down into sections to better appreciate which is the best, starting from speed, coverage, pricing, hidden limits, and perks. Let's get started with an overview. So I'm gonna start with Verizon. So Verizon is one of the largest and fastest 5G networks in the US, known for top-tier speeds and rural coverage, but also premium pricing. Now this is going to be the website, pretty self-explanatory. It has a switch to Verizon phones, mobile plans, deals, home internet, and bring-a-device features. They also do trade-ins in their phones. Next up would be the AT&T, so strong 5G and LTE coverage, especially in urban and suburban areas. Offers decent pricing, solid streaming performance, and wide compatibility, as well as US Mobile for the third one, a fast-growing MVNO that runs on both Verizon and T-Mobile networks, known for custom plans, aggressive pricings, and data transparency. They also have a 5-star review, or 4.8, almost 5-star, under Trustpilot. Now these aren't all apples to apples. If you're looking for the best dedicated hotspot experience, you want to compare them carefully. That's why we're moving on to the next section, which is data limits and throttling. Now for Verizon 2025 hotspot plan, via 5G get more and standalone jetpack plans, up to 150 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data on premium plans, as well as throttled up to 600 gigabytes kbps for that instance. Also offers data connect plans, 50 gig for $55, as well as 100 gigabytes for $90. Throttles around 120 kbps after the cap. In terms of US Mobile for this one, it has also unlimited premium plan, Super LTE via Verizon. You get up to 100 gigabytes of hotspot data, or go custom with data plan only, around 30 gigabytes for $25 and 100 gigabytes for around $45. That's gonna be for you on US Mobile. However, the only downtrend for US Mobile for this one is that it doesn't have a major throttling until you hit the cap. So the winner for this one and the hotspot data amount will be Verizon, in terms of 150 gigabytes max, but it comes with a price. US Mobile, on the other hand, wins in terms of flexibility and cost per gigabytes. Let's talk about speed and network for this one. Now for Verizon, it has an ultra-wideband 5G, so you can always see around 200 to 800 Mbps in major cities. That's really fast. 800 Mbps, it's fast, especially if that's going to be wireless. LTE fallbacks still average around 30 to 70 Mbps. That's still a lot, especially if you're gaming, you're downloading and uploading some content. That's doable. It has an upload speeds around 20 Mbps. Again, that's really fast. In terms of AT&T 5G coverage, around 150 to 500 Mbps, depending on tower load. LTE typically around 40 to 90 Mbps, and upload around 15 to 25 Mbps. In terms of US Mobile, its speeds vary depending on the network you choose. On the Verizon network, expect similar posts with Verizon, the one that I told you earlier, around 200 to 800 Mbps in major cities. The fallback for LTE is around 30 to 70 Mbps. Upload around 20 Mbps if you select Verizon under US Mobile. On the other hand, under US Mobile, if you select T-Mobile, you're gonna get 5G UC offers, great performance for city users. Upload download both highly depend on the device and area. So for this one, the winner will be Verizon, and US Mobile gives nearly identical performance for half the cost if you choose the right network. So, lower the cost for US Mobile, but still you're using the Verizon network. Now for the next section will be coverage and rural performance. Let's break it down for coverage, especially remote workers and drivers. We're gonna talk about Verizon, so still king of rural coverage, especially with C-band 5G expansion. Best for national travels, RV users or RVers, and rural homes with no fiber. For the next one, AT&T, it has a good rural LTE coverage in the South and Midwest. It has a 5G Plus. It's improving but less widespread than Verizon's UW. Next up will be US Mobile. It runs on Verizon's and T-Mobile, so you choose the better network in your area. T-Mobile is stronger in urban zones, Verizon better in rural. The winner for rural coverage, I'm gonna give it to Verizon. But the US Mobile on Verizon's network gives you the same edge, but cheaper. So again, I think the loophole here would be US Mobile just selecting which network is the best. Maybe T-Mobile, or maybe we're gonna go for Verizon network. Now the pricing breakdowns. So the Verizon for this one has a 100 gigabytes jetpack, which around $70 to $80 per month. 150 hotspot with premium phone plan, around $90 to $100 per month. Add-ons for extra data would be expensive. AT&T on the other hand has 50 gigabytes for $55, 100 gigabytes for $90, not as customizable, but straightforward plans. Now here's the best one in terms of pricing. US Mobile, 30 gigabytes data only for $25, 100 gigabytes for only around $45, a limited plan with 100 gigabytes hotspot around $50 to $60. Transparent, flexible, no contracts. The pricing winner for this one again will be US Mobile because, hands down, you can use the network for Verizon and AT&T with almost half the price. How about the device and compatibility for this ones? So Verizon works best with official Jetpack hotspot devices, limited support for BYOD or bring your own device, so that would be a little bit a fallback in terms of Verizon. It requires a compatible 5G modem or phone in terms of hotspot usage. AT&T, on the other hand, has a compatible with Netgear Network M6 other unlocked devices. iPad, tablets, and phones are all supported under AT&T. Some restrictions on unlocked phones. On US Mobile, it is going to be a BYOD, basically bring your own device friendly. Works with unlocked MiFi, tablets, modems, and phones. It's great for DIY setups including routers like GLINet, PapeWave, and Cradlepoint. For the winner for device flexibility for this one, hands down, US Mobile. It offers the most freedom and less red tape. How about customer service for this one? Now for Verizon, since it's going to be the largest among the rest, it has a large-scale support network. Application is so robust, but the long wait times and upscales are common. AT&T will be a decent application, long-running plans. Support is a hit or miss, can be frustrating during outages. Now for the US Mobile, it has a live chat, email, and responsive mobile support. The dashboard is clean, lets you pause and type up, or change network easily. There are no contract required for US Mobile. The winner for this one, in terms of support experience, I should give it to US Mobile. Wins for friendly, fast, and modern support. So best overall hotspot plan for 2025 would be US Mobile. It's best for most affordable. Great speeds if you pick the right network. Tons of flexibility. Great for both casual and power users. Now best for rural and cross-country uses, I'm gonna give it to Verizon. Still the gold standard for coverage. More expensive but most reliable for off-grid users. Best for simplicity, you should go for AT&T. Decent for performance, okay pricing, not as customizable, but good fallback option. So my current recommendation, if you want a premium performance without premium price, US Mobile with Verizon's network is the sleeper hit for 2025. And that should do it.